Hey guys, we are going to find the volume of an oblique cylinder and an oblique rectangular prism. If you're not sure what oblique means, all it means is it's not straight, it's slanted. So a normal rectangular prism might look something like this, right? When it's oblique, we are just slanting it. Now, if you notice with this little makeshift rectangular prism I have here, when you make it more slanted, it's not getting taller or shorter. I mean, it's not a perfect example, so it might be a little bit, but in theory, it's not getting taller or shorter, right? It's just slanting. So for our volume here, we are actually going to use the same exact equation as we would if it were not oblique. So our volume of a cylinder that is not oblique is pi r squared times the height. Well, guess what? We are going to do the same thing using this height. We're not going to use the slant height, but this height, because if I were to push that back so it weren't oblique anymore, it would still be 10 inches tall and my volume stays the same. So for this one, we are going to say, I'm just going to slide this over here for a second, that our volume, if you're not sure what volume is, we're going to talk about that too. Our volume is equal to pi r squared. Now, pi r squared, that might look familiar. That is the area, if I can grab my paper, holy cow, that is the area of a circle. So when we're doing pi r squared, we're just finding the area of the circle, and then the height, we're timesing it by the height. So my area of the circle is pi r squared. Now, what's r? R is my radius. It's from the center of the circle to the outside. So it happens to be, in this case, 4 inches, and we are squaring that. And then we're timesing it by the height, which is, in this case, 10. If you need a review on how to find the area of a circle, or you're not sure what pi is, I will have some videos linked in the corner for you. Okay, now we just need to multiply these. So 4 times 4, or 4 squared, is 16. We're going to multiply that by 10, and we're still multiplying by pi. And then 16 times 10 gives me 160. I'm going to write the 160 first, just because that's how we're more used to seeing it. So my volume is equal to 160 pi. Now, there are a handful of teachers out there that will want you to leave your answer like this. We call this our exact answer. The reason some teachers like it left like this is because pi is a decimal that goes on forever and it doesn't repeat or anything. So whenever we multiply by pi, we have to round at some point. So if you don't want to round, or your teacher doesn't want you to round, they'll have you leave it like this, okay? Now, a lot of teachers won't want you to leave it like that. They will want you to multiply it out. So pi, remember, is equal to 3.14159. It keeps going. But I am just going to put pi as 3.14. Your teacher may want you to use the pi button on your calculators. Just do whatever they want you to do. I personally am going to just plug it into my calculator as 3.14. So 160 times 3.14 gives me a volume of 502.4. Now, a very important thing to remember when we are doing volume is units are very important. So if you look up here, we are in inches. So I'm going to make sure to put inches. But my volume is not 502.4 inches. It is 502.4 inches cubed. Now, if you're like, what the heck does that even mean? Well, when we are talking about volume, we are asking how many little cubes, in this case in inches, how many little cubes that are 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch would fit inside of this oblique cylinder. That is why we put inches cubed. 502.4 of those little cubes would fit inside this oblique cylinder. So that's why we make sure to do inches cubed. That's what signifies that we are figuring out volume. Okay, that was for my cylinder. Now let's look at our rectangular prism. Again, even though it's oblique, it's slanted, we're going to use the same formula. So length times width times height. It doesn't have to be in that order, but it can be. So I'm going to go ahead and say my volume is 8 times 6 times 4. And when we multiply all of those together, we get a volume of 192. We are in centimeters, but we do centimeters cubed, or sometimes you also hear cubic centimeters or cubic inches. So that means 192 of those little cubes that are 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter would fit inside this oblique rectangular prism. All right, I hope that was helpful. If you need some more volume videos, I will have a playlist linked in the corner for you. Thanks.